Hello and welcome to my channel, Divine Balance. So I channel messages from Spirit that are focused on helping us get our energy into balance. So this reading is going to be a reading for Cancer, and it's called the Surrender reading. So I have a deck here that's actually in two parts. So there's the part where those things that Spirit wants you to let go of. So things like, surrender your addiction, surrender your negative thinking, surrender your obsessive thinking. So all of those things that kind of, hold you back or, are not for your highest good. And then we have the other half of the deck. It's all of those things that Spirit wants you to move towards and shift to. So like surrender to miracles, surrender to what is, surrender to your intuition. So all of these things that, help us grow, help us manifest our heart's desire. So we're going to pull a card from each one of these stacks here. And then we have some other decks that we're going to pull some cards from. And then this deck here is an Archangel deck that was shuffled and flipped for Cancer prior to start of the session. So we will see if Spirit has anything there that they want to give to us. Okay, so we will start with, let's see here, just a few clicks of the singing bowl just to get our energy in for Cancer. And then also one more thing that I forgot. So this beautiful container here. So as we are going through the reading, so we're actually going to open this up, right? And I want you to imagine, putting into this box all of the things that you want to surrender. So as we're going through the message, all of those things that we need to surrender, we're going to put in the box, right? And then at the end of the session, we are going to hand those things that we surrender over to Spirit, over to the universe. So we will open up the box during the singing bowl session at the end and release to the universe. Okay? So I hope you stick around for the end. All right, so let's get started here. All right. Cancer. So what messages do we have for Cancer? Messages do we have for Cancer? Sorry, a little bit louder there. Okay. All right, so let's get started here. All right, so as I mentioned, we're going to open up this nice little box here. And so as we're moving through the message, all of those things that we want to surrender, we're going to imagine it going into the box. Those things that we mentioned, there may be some things that you have been thinking about that we don't mention, but still imagine yourself putting those things into the box so that at the end, we can hand it over to Spirit and hand it over to the universe. Okay, so what message do we have for Cancer? What message do we have for Cancer? Okay, so Cancer, it says, surrender your desire to control people. I know it's a little creepy card, but it says, being over-controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. All right. And then on the top here, we have surrender to low self-esteem, Cancer. So it says, you deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. Okay, so we're going to leave that here for now. So now, what are the things that Spirit wants you to surrender to? So what messages do we have for Cancer? What messages do we have for Cancer? Surrender to your full power. That's beautiful, Cancer. Okay, so it says your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. So I think that goes with the self-esteem, right, Cancer? Spirit wants you to surrender that low self-esteem and step into your full power. Then on the top here we have surrender to your soul's path. That's beautiful. So look at these. These are really interesting here because it says your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. So we have a card here that talks about standing or stepping into your full power, and aligning with that is your soul's path. And then here we have a card that talks about surrender your desire to control people. And oftentimes we do that because of, having low self-esteem. So there's something within ourselves that is usually missing, or something that, some fear, or just, again, the low self-esteem that cause us to want to control other people. So these are very distinct things, and a very distinct shift, Cancer, a very distinct shift. And so moving from that low self-esteem energy, moving from that need to control other people. And so for some of you, there's different levels of that. Obviously, this is a general reading. So some levels of control are very different, but nonetheless, control is control. So that need to, be in control of your relationships instead of having relationships balanced. I think it's more so about imbalance in relationships, and how some of you may be causing that imbalance in your relationships. And so Spirit wants you to make a shift to, surrender to Spirit. And I'm going to pull this card here right now because it says surrender to Spirit, because I think that's at the middle of all of this, right? So these are very distinct things. And it says, once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let Spirit work its magic for you. So I'm getting like chills right now, Cancer, because we started the message with being able to put these things into the box, right? And how we're going to turn it over to Spirit, to the universe. And so I think this is what Spirit wants you to do. So we're going to put this right at the center of this reading, right? Because these are two very distinct things, and it's a very distinct shift, Cancer, that Spirit wants you to make. So as we're moving along with this message, we're putting low self-esteem into the box. We're putting the need to control other people into the box at any level. It doesn't matter. We're putting it into the box because we know that at the heart of that is there's some issue with low self-esteem. And Spirit wants you to surrender all of that and focus on your soul's path, Cancer. And for some of you, that control may not be, anything where it's some sort of malice, or some of you, it's just a simple fact that you may be trying to fix something or someone, right? So it says it's time for a relationship to shift, right? It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. Yes, yes, Spirit. So I think for a lot of you, it's more so about you because you're a loving person, Cancer. And I think you may be trying to fix someone or fix something, and it actually manifests as you trying to control the relationship. It's manifesting as you trying to control the relationship. Okay. So we're going to move these right here for now. It seems really busy. Okay. Okay, Cancer. So, what else, Spirit, do we want to tell Cancer here? So what is it Cancer needs to do in order to make the shift, Spirit? Shifting from this low self-esteem, shifting from trying to fix someone, and moving into the power within. Okay. So for some of you, I think it's some of you have already started, but some of you have to start thinking more about your soul's path. And part of the reason you spend so much time, trying to fix other people or maybe control some of your relationships because you're feeling like this part of your life, this part of your soul is feeling like you're not in control, right? And so if you're feeling like, for some people, when they're feeling like they're not in control of their own path, they redirect that energy towards fixing someone else, or they redirect that energy towards, trying to make relationships something that they shouldn't be. And it's all from that low self-esteem or, some other issues that may be deep within. And so Spirit wants you to go within, Cancer, and start to align with your soul. Don't be afraid that you don't. It's okay that you don't know right now, right? But you have to make that step to know, right? You have to move towards knowing. So here it says, we're going to pull this out now. It says, align with the highest and go with the flow. So it's Archangel, I don't know, Jolez maybe. So it's very beautiful, and you can see that water energy, right? So Spirit wants you to align with your soul, because when a Cancer is aligned with the soul, you move very freely. You move with the flow of the energy. And this is where Spirit wants you to go, right? So it's, even if you don't know what your soul's path is right now, Spirit wants you to make that step to know. And so shift your energy from all that's going on, from these relationships that you're trying to control and change, and put that energy towards yourself, right? And so start to go within and find the healing that you need, which is the next card here. So it says, Archangel Lavender, prepare for soul healing. Forgive and release everyone, right, Cancer? So these relationships that you're trying to change, these relationships that are actually having a negative impact on you because you're trying to change them, Spirit is asking you to let it go. And I'm not saying let go of the people, but let go of the energy that you're putting into it that doesn't serve you or the other person. Okay? So it's Archangel Lavender. Right? So try to move forward in that way. try to make the shift so that you can eventually stand in your full power, and you'll be able to move with the flow of the universe, because Spirit wants you standing in your full power. And some of you have already made that step, and this is what you're doing now. And then some of you need to make that step. Okay? So we're putting all of this low self-esteem and fixing people and control into the box. All right. So let's see if there's a unicorn message for you here. Cancer. What messages do we have for Cancer? What messages do we have for Cancer? You can't fix everyone, Cancer. What messages do we have for Cancer? But standing in your power. So here's the thing, Cancer. Standing in your power and letting that light shine is actually more beneficial to the people that you're in relationships with. Okay, so if you are trying to fix someone and show them something different, just move to where you are standing in your power, so that they can see that, right? And if it's a relationship that is of your highest good and for the highest good of the person, then Spirit and the universe is going to allow them to see that and be receptive to it, right? They will be receptive to you standing in your power and seeing that and wanting that for themselves. So move to standing in your power, Cancer. What messages do we have for Cancer? Ugh. What messages do we have for Cancer? Yeah. So it says trust. Yep. So, yeah, Cancer, so it says, leap into the unknown. Have faith and move forward. Believe you will fly. Yes, Cancer. So, and like I said, some of you, you don't know your soul's path yet, and that's okay. But Spirit wants you to take that step, right? Take that step to try to understand and connect with Spirit in the universe so that you will know your soul's path, right? Because ultimately, if you take that step, right, you see how like the horse is afraid, but if they only look how large these wings are, right? Look how large those wings are, and the animal is really on the cliff as if there are no wings. But the wings are large. So Spirit wants you to take that step, because this is what awaits you. You standing in your power. You flying, right? Just trust. Trust Spirit, trust the universe that when you go within, you're going to find the answers, right? Spirit, the universe, the angels, the ascended masters, the ancestors, your guides, they're all going to give you the answers, but you have to take that step to go within. You have to take that step to go within, Cancer. Right, and on top here it says patience, right? And I think that's being patient with yourself. And you also have support, yeah. So patience. So I think have patience with yourself, right? Because this is a change. It's a transformation, right? It's a shift. And so you going within, there are going to be some things that you're going to need to heal from. You will need to, face and know that Spirit is going to be with you while you're doing all of that. And so have patience with yourself, right? And as you're going through this, also ask for support, right? And that's, like I said, you know, spirit, the angels, ascended masters, your ancestors, your guides, they will be with you. So as you're going through and you're feeling these emotions and you're going through your healing, you know, ask for help. And then as you're figuring out your soul's path, also ask for help, right? So you're not you don't you're not doing this alone. You're not alone, Cancer. This transformation is not something you're doing alone. Okay. Are there other messages for Cancer yet? Okay, so it says inner temple. Yeah, devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. Yeah, so this is again, Cancer, about going within, right? Going within, taking that step to go within and start to deal with all of the emotions and finding your soul's path. So go within so that you can connect with spirit and start your healing if you haven't done all of this already. That's beautiful. Inner temple. Right. And then it says, remember, I just say you're not alone. So it says, Counsel of the Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realms. Yes. So you're not alone, Cancer. You have a ton of help, right? A ton of help. And the angels, they're all telling you to just ask for help, right? But you got to take that step, Cancer. You got to take that step. But this is beautiful. Okay. There's one more unicorn here, and it says magic, right? Because this is what is awaiting you, right? The magic. So it says, make a wish, believe in miracles. Magic surrounds you, right? So you just believe. Believe that you can make this shift. Believe that you can find your soul's path. Believe that you can connect with spirit and the universe and get some understanding so that you can stand into your full power, right? Believe in the magic within. Believe in the magic within. Okay. Are there any other messages for Cancer here? All right. So I think that's it, Cancer. So we're going to do this last little message here. It's a closing message for Cancer. Yeah, free your spirit. So it says, to be a free spirit is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without condition, right? So that also goes back to those relationships where some of you are trying to control, people in the relationships. And so free yourself from that as you're freeing the other person as well. This is about freeing yourself, right, Cancer? It's about freeing yourself, freeing your spirit, freeing your spirit. Okay, Cancer. So I'm going to shift these up here a bit because as we were going through the reading, we put all of these things that are not serving you into the box. So that fear of moving forward, that fear of, not being in control, that controlling people, that fixing people, that low self-esteem, we put it all in the box, okay, for spirit, for the universe. All right. So now, as we bring in the sound of the higher frequency, we are going to release everything that's in this box. So I want you to imagine that you've put everything here, even things that we didn't discuss, right? Even things that we didn't talk about, you've put it into this box, right? And so now we're ready to release it to the universe. All right. So we're releasing everything that we've put into this box. We're releasing it to the universe. We're releasing it to spirit. We will no longer let these things hinder us. This is for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. All right. So I hope that some of this message resonated with you. Thank you for watching. Love and bright light to all of you.